Hi students, welcome back to my channel Evolve Solving Physics. In previous class we discussed some special cases on parallelogram law. Today we are going to discuss some more special cases on parallelogram law. These special cases will be very useful, all problems easily. So we got from parallelogram law the resultant has r equals to under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So this can be written as a resultant. The magnitude of resultant can also be written as magnitude of p bar plus q bar. So just remember that in previous class, in special cases, we discussed that the resultant is equal to sum of magnitudes of two vectors, that is r equals to magnitude of p bar plus magnitude of q bar. Magnitude of r bar equals to, this is when two vectors are moving in same direction, means when two vectors are parallel, the magnitude of resultant will be equal to sum of magnitudes of two vectors. But this is the magnitude of resultant is equal to magnitude of sum of two vectors. These two are so different. This is different and this is different. Here resultant will be is equal to sum of magnitudes of two vectors, and this is magnitude of resultant will be equal to magnitude of sum of two vectors. This will be equal to this one. So r is equal to magnitude of sum of two vectors, that is under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Now we are going to discuss some more special cases based on parallelogram law. If the resultant of two vectors is perpendicular to any one of the vectors, the angle between two vectors is greater than 90 degrees. For suppose if the resultant is perpendicular to p bar, first vector, then angle between two vectors will be greater than 90 degrees. So if resultant is perpendicular to, means this is perpendicular. For suppose this is an resultant and this is a p bar. Here the resultant is perpendicular to the first vector. Then the angle between two vectors, that is q bar, the angle between two vectors will be greater than 90 degrees. This is greater than 90 degrees now. So if resultant is perpendicular to any one of the vector, then the angle between two vectors, that is p bar and q bar, will be greater than 90 degrees. So as resultant may be perpendicular to p bar or q bar, then the angle between p bar and q bar will be greater than 90 degrees. And I said that r is equal to magnitude of p bar plus q bar. So this can be written as under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So r equals to under root to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, that will be equals to r equals to magnitude of sum of two vectors. So if two vectors are parallel, moving in same direction, means r equals to p plus q, or magnitude of r bar equals to magnitude of p bar plus magnitude of q bar. So these will become r maximum. R maximum equals to p plus q. When will be the magnitude of resultant will be maximum, means when two vectors are moving in same direction or when two vectors are parallel. When r will be becomes minimum, p minus q. When two vectors are moving opposite to each other, means then the magnitude of resultant will becomes minimum. Just remember that when the magnitude of resultant will be maximum, when two vectors moving in same direction. When two vectors are moving opposite to each other, means the resultant, that is magnitude of resultant, will becomes minimum. So r maximum by r minimum can be written as p plus q by p minus q. So this can also be written as p by q is equal to r maximum plus r minimum by r maximum minus r minimum. So r minimum So ratio of R maximum by R minimum can be written as P plus Q by P minus Q. This can also be written as P by Q equals to R maximum plus R minimum by R maximum minus R minimum. First, suppose R maximum is P plus Q plus R minimum is P minus Q by R maximum is P plus Q minus of P minus of Q. Q will be cancelled. P plus P 2P by P plus Q minus P plus Q. Minus P plus Q cancel. 2P by 2Q. 2 to cancel. P by Q. You got P by Q here. So R maximum plus R minimum by R maximum minus R minimum can be written as P by Q. If magnitudes of P and Q are equal, they are saying magnitudes of P and Q are equal. They are not saying same. Same means theta equals to 0 degrees, R equals to P plus Q. But they are saying P and Q are equal. Magnitudes of P and Q are equal. The angle between them is theta. Then their resultant is, they say to find when P is equal to Q, what will be the magnitude of resultant and direction of resultant. They said that magnitude of P bar is equal to magnitude of Q bar. That is, or this can be written as P is equal to Q. So resultant can be written as R equals to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So substitute here. P is equal to Q na. In place of Q I am writing P. P cos theta. So what you will get here? P square plus P square 2P square plus 2P into P is 2P square cos theta. So in both of the terms you have common of 2P square. Take common here. 2P square means 1 plus cos theta. 1 plus cos theta. What is formula in trigonometry 1 plus cos theta? 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. This is the formula for 1 plus cos theta. So substitute this value here. Under root 2P square 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4P square cos square theta by 2. This can be written as, so this can be written as 2 square P square cos square theta by 2. So in each of the term you have square. So take common as square. 2P cos theta by 2 whole square. Square root will be cancelled. What will be the resultant here? 2P cos theta by 2. Magnitudes of two vectors are equal. Then the resultant will becomes 2P cos theta by 2. If, for suppose, if we take P is equal to Q, in place of P, if you take it as Q means you will get 2Q cos theta by 2. So an angle can be calculated as tan alpha equals to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. So in place of P we substitute P sin theta by P plus P cos theta. So take common as P here. P sin theta by P into 1 plus cos theta. So if you multiply P here you will get this. P will be cancelled. Sin theta by 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square theta by 2. So sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So just remember that sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So this can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 will be cancelled. 1 cos theta by 2 here square will be cancelled. What you will get here? Sin theta by 2 by cos theta by 2. So tan alpha equals to sin theta by 2 by cos theta by 2. Sin by cos is tan. Tan theta by 2. Tan alpha equals to, tan will be cancelled. So alpha equals to theta by 2. So this is the angle for resultant and first vector. So alpha equals to theta by 2. When magnitudes of two vectors are equal, we will get R as 2P cos theta by 2 and alpha as theta by 2. If theta equals to 60 degrees, then what will becomes R as 2P cos 60 by 2. What you will get here? 2P cos 30. 2P. What is cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2. 2 will be cancelled and root 3P. So this will becomes resultant, and what will becomes alpha? Alpha is theta by 2, theta 60 by 2, and alpha becomes 30 degrees. So angle between resultant and first vector will becomes 30 degrees. Okay, so theta means this is the angle happened between first vector and second vector, that is p bar and q bar, but their magnitudes are same. Similarly, you can substitute theta as 90 degrees and theta as 120 degrees. You get substitute this theta value here. You will get r and alpha. So magnitude of sum of two vectors is r equals to magnitude of p bar plus q bar. So this is magnitude of sum of two vectors, that is written as r equals to under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. The magnitude of difference of two vectors can be written as s equals to magnitude of difference of two vectors, that is under root p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. Here theta is the angle between p bar and q bar happened. So theta is the angle between p bar and q bar. So we got here as under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Why we got here minus here in magnitude of difference of two vectors means 180 minus theta is the angle between p bar and q bar. So 180 minus theta means if you substitute in place of theta here, what you will get here? Cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So under root p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. So r equals to under root p square plus q square. Difference na s. Difference of magnitude of difference of two vectors is denoted as s, and magnitude of sum of two vectors is denoted as r. So p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Theta means 2pq cos 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So you will get as p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. So this is the magnitude of difference of two vectors, and this is the magnitude of sum of two vectors. If magnitude of p bar equals to magnitude of q bar, then magnitude of p bar minus q bar is, so they said that p equals to q, then they said to find magnitude of p bar minus q bar. So s equals to under root p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. Why I am taking minus here? Because they said magnitude of difference of two vectors. So in place of q you substitute p square plus p square minus 2p into p cos theta. So this can be written as, so under root p square plus p square minus 2p into p cos theta. P square plus p square is 2p square minus 2p square cos theta. Make 2p square as common. What you will get here? 2p square as common means 1 minus cos theta. You know that 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. So substitute here. 2p square 2 sin square theta by 2. So what you will get here? 4p square sin square theta by 2. So this can be written as 2p sin theta whole square. Square root will be cancelled. 2p sin theta by 2. So what is the magnitude of difference of two vectors when p equals to q is 2p sin theta by 2. What you got? P bar magnitude of sum of two vectors, you got it as 2p cos theta by 2. So magnitude of p bar plus q bar is 2p cos theta by 2. Magnitude of p bar minus q bar is 2p sin theta by 2. These formulas are taken only when magnitudes of two vectors are equal, that is p equals to q. When the magnitude of two vectors are equal, then magnitude of difference of two vectors and magnitude of sum of two vectors can be written as difference is 2p sin theta by 2 and sum is 2p cos theta by 2. If you substitute theta value, you get these values. So if I bar is the initial velocity of the particle and Vf bar is the final velocity, then change in velocity with angle theta is given by, you know that change in velocity is given as final velocity minus initial velocity. This is change in velocity. Change in means delta. Change in velocity is given as final velocity minus initial velocity. So they have given forms of vectors. Now I am writing change in velocity vector is equal to final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. So this can be written as magnitude of vector can be written as same. Here what is Vf? Vf is P and Vi is Q. This can be written as Vf square plus Vi square minus 2 Vf Vi cos theta. So why I am taking cos theta? Theta is the angle na. So these can also be written as root Vi square plus Vf square minus 2 Vi Vf cos theta. So if they have given initial and final vectors of velocity, then change in velocity is written as in form of with the help of angle theta is Vf minus Vi. So making magnitudes on both sides. Delta V bar magnitude equals to magnitude Vf bar minus Vi bar. So this can be written as like this. First, suppose if they have given Vi and Vf, Vi bar and Vf bar, they say to find the acceleration. So acceleration can be written as Vf bar minus Vi bar by t. You know that acceleration means rate of change of velocity. So acceleration is Vf minus Vi by t. So change in velocity by change in time. So in form of vector, a bar equals to Vf bar minus Vi bar by t. So this is the most important application which is useful for your MSC examination, JEE and NEET. This is one of the most important multiple choice question for your competitive exam. What they have given means if P bar and Q bar are two vectors and R bar or S bar are two diagonals. You all know that for magnitude of sum of two vectors is R bar, magnitude of R bar, this is one diagonal, and magnitude of difference of two vectors will be equal to the resultant of magnitude of S bar, that is another diagonal. Here R bar and S bar are two diagonals. Here theta is the angle happen between P bar and Q bar for the resultant R bar, and 180 minus theta is the angle happen between P bar and minus Q bar for the resultant of magnitude of vector S bar. So they said that two diagonals of parallelogram, they said that R square plus S square equals to 2 into P square plus Q square. What they will give in multiple choice question means they will give these all things. They said that R square plus S square is equal to question mark. So you know that what is R value? Under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So you want R square na? Since square root to left hand side, it will become square. R square equals to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. You can make squaring on both sides also. And S square na? Yes, you know that S is under root P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. Since square root to left hand side, it will become square. S square equals to P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. R square plus S square means they make the sum of these two terms, R square plus S square. R square plus S square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is value of R square, plus S square is P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. 2pq cos theta, 2pq cos theta will be cancelled. P square plus q square plus p square plus q square. What you will get here? P square plus p square is 2p square plus q square plus q square is 2q square. Make 2 common here. 2 into 2 of p square plus q square. So this is the answer. But suppose if they say to find r square minus s square means p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta minus of p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. What you will get here? P square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, multiply minus with all this term, minus p square minus plus minus p square minus plus minus q square minus minus plus 2pq cos theta. So plus p square minus p square will be cancelled, plus q square minus q square will be cancelled. 2pq cos theta plus 2pq cos theta is 4pq cos theta. This is r square minus s square. This is the way how you find when two diagonals of a parallelogram are given, that is r square plus s square means you have to do the sum, and r square minus s square means you have to subtract. So this is how you can calculate r square plus s square or r square minus s square. These are the some of the important application which is useful in your problem solving. So in next class we are going to discuss some problems on parallelogram law. So if you have any doubts on these applications, that is special cases, please comment me in comment box. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.